took the helm, but stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Yeah. See, everyone's looking to Esau Edom, man. They're looking to Esau's military might, his monetary system, all these things that now they're strong. All these things that are, oh, this is why, this world, this current rulership is so grand, so great. They're all invested, they're all looking at it like, yo, this is going to be the means of our salvation. But that same system is going to flip on you. And that's the thing, when those things are taken away, then it's like, oh, they're going to be like, yo, please. That's the thing, it's like when someone's relative gets sick, or they get cancer or some shit, they'll be like, oh, please, God, save me. That's when all of a sudden, God exists. When all the means of Esau, Edom have failed, then you're just going to be like, okay, I'm just going to try praying. It's like, you know what, I don't believe in God, but it might work. I'm like, bro, you guys are like...
Antiochus Epiphany. He had an epiphany.
Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not pull back his words, but will rise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now Egyptians are men, not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. Then the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that hopeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together. Yeah, all that trust, that go hand in hand, the wicked shall all together go unpunished. It's basically going to be a thing of you're working with Esau of any means. Release that charisma. That's going to be the key thing. That's going to be what's presented as a main solution. And that's where it's going to be pushed to an intensity where it's only going to be seen as getting that MOTB, getting that charisma is going to be the only means of salvation.
Even right now, the main solution that's been presented is a vaccine. But a lot of people don't. It's funny because Andrew Wiggins, he basically said that he has no power over his body. Right? I'm getting second hand from Willie D. His video he did of it. I was gonna check it out, but he basically said he had no power over his body because he felt he was pressured into taking it. Golden State Warriors. He felt pressured, but he said, "Let's see what happens to my body in 10 years." So fuck that shit. Fuck that.
But
I'm blaming it on other people about 10 years my body. Nah, now. You ain't fucking me up now, bro. Fuck that, man. This man has showed you over and over, time and time again, that he's not to be trusted. Right? But basically the point being is that, hey, all of the fallout of all these different things is going to be known later on in the time to come. And really, this man is not to be trusted. That's the simplest way to do it.
Sirach 12:10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is the wicked. Yeah? Never trust. That's the thing. Esau is not one to be trusted. Because his W is RL, man. Same vice versa. When you had the blessing given to Esau Edom, man, the sword, it was what? By the sword, I have to read it, man. Because it's basically him being able to come into the position of rule, to be able to take off the chains of basically him having to serve.
Basically you have to serve that brother with the sword.
For him, the only way is by the sword, that's how he's going to flip it. And that's why he knew, that's why he's invested. That's why that sword is still at the forefront of Esau's rule. They claim, this is meant to be peace. But there's still countless myriad wars happening on the face of the earth, man. Peace is a lot, man. Tell that to the people in the West Bank about some peace.
Well, this is the thing, like, and this, remember, the prophet went into the sword, so germ warfare is actually part of the military. One of the things I'm trying to remember, what movie was, James Bond movie, the recent one that came out. They basically said the guy that run MI5 or MI6. He basically, in the movie, he basically said that, yeah, I was running a private investigation into creating the perfect disease or something like that. And basically, they took it and ran with it. And the point being is that this is the type of shit that happened. That you have, it's been shown in history, the weaponization of disease. Right. One of the main things is the blankets that was given to Gad, so-called Native American Indians. Right. They actually killed them by giving them contaminated blankets. All right. So this man, time and time again, showed no Tuskegee experiment. All right. All this shit, I don't give a fuck who's in control now. Fuck this devil. There's no way to. There's no trust. Don't. I ain't gonna lie. It's like I don't even go doctors, man. I learned that young. Like I didn't want to go doctor. I'd rather just suffer in silence. And you may say that's overzealous, but that's the spirit that's in me, right? These niggas were telling me I'm asthmatic when I was like 7, and my mum was like, "Man, don't listen to them yet." Remember that shit? I was happy I was getting an asthma pump, and then my mum was just like, "Man, fuck the you ain't asthmatic. Don't worry about that nonsense. Like you ain't got no asthma." However, I was too young to really read the situation, but she must have known that this guy don't know what he's talking about. So the thing as well, we've got to speak louder, bro.
Yeah. Gathering my thoughts. The thing with even with all these diagnoses, I'm like, bro, I got told I was asthmatic as well. Bro, I ain't had an asthma pump since, I don't know, like age, 9 or 8 or some shit. And bro, I can run for miles. Like, I don't know what. That's the thing with the pharmaceutical industry. It's a money making thing. That's the same thing. That's why in the States they're charging like, they say insulin is like 40 times the price. 40 times the price that it costs to make. That's what they're charging. Same thing with even with the Macs. These things, these shots, they've been selling them at fucking premium. That's why the companies that made it, they're making billions of dollars. They're making billions of dollars, man. Because why? These everything is always about profit, money making. Money.
It's about Book of Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And that's really dealing with this Novin right now. It's a power grab, alright, and a money maker. And that's why the article I mentioned where they were talking about basically a year on all these different effects from Novin. Now they basically have the goose that laid the golden egg. But this whole this virus that they're calling it, basically whatever happens, they can just sweep it under the rug. The fear, I keep thinking of a word, fear dose of milk, like, what's that word, like, basically with the fear, not fact, it's like, you know when it's like the news has a milk or something like that, the news milk, with the news milk, with the news milk that they keep running, they're basically allowed to just make it whatever. So now they're saying blood news cycle. I'm sure there's a word news milk as well. Because it's the same news milk. But anyway, with the news milk that's basically being pushed out, they're now saying that, oh, blood clots is part of it. They're saying also, amongst, aside from blood clots, also where is it? Heart promotion. So anything can be thrown under the guise of what? Novin, right? And if you're scared, basically, it's like, kind of thinking of the Book of Numbers, where you had the serpents, and then Moses basically made the brass serpents and exalted it above the congregation, and anyone that looked upon it was basically healed. If you're looking to Yahweh Shai, it comes in that same step. So basically, if you look to Yahweh Shai, you're gonna be healed of all of this. This ain't even gonna infect you anyway. Because from onset of when this came out, man knew about it prior to it coming out. And we found it laughable when it came into play. Like, bro, this is really what they're giving wings. This is what is actually living in the minds of people. Because they caught onto it way too late. Alright? And that's why you have people today, they're just like, man, they're rubbing down everything with sanitizer, spraying everything, wouldn't dare leave the house with their mask. Because why? They've been bit with that the system.
Definitely people.
And they believe in it. Right? And the image of the beast is basically going to be their downfall. You got something?
No.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, or Daniel, chapter 2, verse 41. And it says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, for there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken." Right? And this kingdom we're presently in right now is the kingdom of the 10 toes, right? Part of iron and part of clay. What it is, the part that's strong, where the UK, in the United Kingdom, France, Germany, to name a few, right? But in the parts that are weak, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, Spain, those are the parts that are weak. And this kingdom is based on working in cahoots with each other, in full cohesion. Why? Because it's the prophecy of the Bible being fulfilled, right? This is why you're seeing France basically having a big issue with the UK and various other nations when they're making these leagues together, and they're being left out.
Does that happen in football as well? Like the European people. France got left out. No, it's just like, I think like 8 teams or something. So like everyone was left out. They were just trying to make their own league. A lot like in like just got railroaded. But everyone's not really working together. Matthew 12 and 25. "And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself brought to desolation." And that's the thing, this is real plain, man, it's real simple. If you've got an internal schism, then that's basically gonna bring the kingdom to crumble, man. And a good example is with the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. When they came against each other, they went to war. These guys brought each other, they brought each other to desolation, man. The northern kingdom got pieced off by the Assyrians. The southern kingdom got pieced off by Babylon. Now they basically divide and conquer. That's a strategy of war. Divide and conquer. Turning people against one another. That's a unacceptable way to get down.
Yeah.
Because every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself, how shall then his kingdom stand? That's something that's understood very simply. How is the kingdom meant to continue? As far as it's like, that's how it's been maintained. Through those systems where they've basically been working together. The beast is a conglomerate. He unites all these different power structures, combining together, and building and working with one another. Which now it's like, oh, all those kingdoms were after working together. Now they're all getting catty with one another. That's the same thing that went down into like World War I, World War II. These things result in contentions and wars And then what? They're basically praying their own cows from you. And that's why. This is the thing. This thing's not built to last. But as far as people think, when the breakfast boat went through, well, I say when the breakfast boat, but I think when the boat went through as well, but it was in January, January this year, people, celebrate.
Maybe move up this way a bit.
People celebrating, going and making merry. People making merry after Brexit, like they gained, like it's some kind of great thing to celebrate.
That's yours.
Not realizing that was their base.
Is that yours?
Yeah, that is one.
I don't know what this is all about here.
What's this about? What are you two doing?
Preaching the end of this world through the Bible.
Oh, right. You're videoing yourself.
Yeah.
Watch where you stand there, look. Greta.
Yeah, there.
I know that's iPod there.
That was
I'm
the
not
same
pissed.
thing. That was the same.
I'm more concerned about that there. Oh, good. Right.
You got something?
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3,
I was listening, you know. You might not think it was, but I was
and it
listening.
reads, Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I
So it's
also will keep
4:30.
you from the hour of
Where's the boat
temptation,
then?
which shall come upon all the world to try them upon the earth.
5:30, 5:45 we board, it sets off at 6.
I was
Yeah,
told
so
me
basically we're in the midst of what? It's an hour of temptation. Right, with the hour of temptation is basically this time of we're basically looking into this. Book of Matthew 24. What does it tell you about? It tells you about the
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care. Please
That
arrive
basically
at
lets you know where
Temple
we're at.
Pier no later
basically
than
we're perfectly in
5:30.
that right now.
Oh, I thought
So
it was
are we at Temple Pier? No.
No idea. Is that a book? Look at the size of it.
The book of Matthew 24 and 4. Don't worry about it. Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, let me read from verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately.
There was no toilet on that bus.
Sorry.
I didn't need a pee in it.
Well, I expected you
Sorry.
to come up and say, can I use
Sorry,
your
excuse
toilet?
me. Is it possible you could just move it a little away? Because
Sorry?
because everything
Well,
that's
why
coming,
don't you move that way a bit
we was
then?
here first, and everything you're saying is going to be picked
You
up
were
on the
here
camera.
first, it's a common street.
Yeah, but I'm saying everything you're saying is. I understand, but I'm saying everything you're saying is going to be picked up on the camera.
Okay, we'll move down there a bit. Come on,
If you could, please. Thank you.
down here.
Why should we?
You're gonna everything's gonna be picked up on the camera. Common courtesy. That's why.
If you were here first, we'd move out the way.
Oh,
We would have closed up.
Yeah. Thanks, love.
Thank you. So Matthew 24 and 4, 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And this is the time we're presently in right now, right? Basically, the disciples wanted to know this, all right? Because this was something that pertained to the... Basically, this is something that's been spoke of going back to the time of Genesis. You had Enoch, all right, in the book of Genesis. They basically said he was taken up by a cloud, deceived him. And in the book of Jude, it basically breaks it down even more. It tells you that he spoke of what? The Lord coming with 1,000 of his angels, all right, to basically render judgment upon those upon the earth. So this sign that we spoke about being the second death, as it spoke of in the book of Peter, all right, prior to the first death ever even happening, all right. So now this is saying that when the Lord came on the scene, and the disciples saw him risen after 3 days, on the fourth day basically, what did they believe? They said, okay, are you going to take down the Romans? Because this is what was outlined before that, all right? But they didn't really understand that he basically had to present his body as a living sacrifice and then basically go up to the heavens, and then other prophecies would have to come into play, or he make his return upon the earth and basically bring all the things that are written pertaining to him in the Bible. So this is verse 4, it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Alright? So this is the first thing he said out of everything. He said that you basically have to be mindful that no one deceives you, right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. So, above all, you have different people that basically come by and do what? They'll basically say, I'm the Lord. And they'll make people to follow after it. And that even kind of shows you how great his fame would be, to the fact that you have people see the masses of people on the earth and basically say like, yo, I'm the Lord, alright? And ye shall have wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Alright? And this is the thing that you have right now. You're hearing of what? Wars and rumors of wars. Going back to the time of Joel 20 and 20. The time of the turn of the year 2020. What was one of the first things that happened? You had the General Soleimani over there in Iran, alright? He basically was assassinated by the Americans. Now what did that say? That set off a whole news mill of basically people putting out memes and saying World War III, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. Rumor mill, whatever. It's my word right now. That's all I'm gonna. But basically itself, where people were talking about World War III happening, right? And that's part of the wars and rumors of war. Even right now,
On a global scale as well.
yeah.
It wasn't just, you've had World War III spoken about, but that was just the whole world. Everyone, that was a global conversation. That really happened.
Yeah.
Well, other than after the Cold War,
So now, read on. It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, right now, you had recently an earthquake where? Over there in Canary Islands, which I believe is still presently going on. They said within one day there was 100 or so earthquakes in one day. That's one place, right? All over the earth, you're having different things happening. A pestilence is also known as a pandemic, a disease outbreak. And what did you have happen? All right, 2020 March, you basically had a thing known as a pandemic, being COVID, all right? And that's basically out right now. We're in the midst of it right now. So all the things written, all the prophecies written inside of the Bible, this is happening. They come into pass. All right, and that shows you that the Lord is about to reveal himself in the heavens. Right? Because reading on it says, verse 8, and it's the reason why I read this. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. So right now you're seeing the sorrows begin upon the earth. Right? And they're manifesting themselves. And people are going to get caught out there because they don't realize that these things are happening.
What are you doing
because
getting a
they're none the
puppy?
wiser. Alright? You got something?
Psalms 2 and Psalm 7. I will declare the decree the Lord Yahweh hath said unto me, Thou art my son, and this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thine inheritance. For thine possession. So this is, like the brother said, this thing's been spoken of time again. These things have basically gone down. Whereas and it's the same prophecy over and over. It's about what? The Son of the Most High, which people deal with the way wacky tacky Christians talk about the New Testament. So everything there is sprang up out of the ground. But now these things were spoken about, these things were prophesied of before. The Son of the Most High was spoken about in the Old Testament various times. Prophecy, that's why it's like Yahweh when he was on the scene, he's fulfilling prophecies. And so as it was written in X, Y, Z book, that's the thing. Yahweh when he came on the scene was fulfilling prophecy. And that's why it's all linked up. It's all bound dealing with the elect, dealing with Israel. That's all that Yahweh came on the scene for. So it says, what? Ask of me and I'll give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Why? This is about filling that, where basically Israel gets to come back and get put in a position of power over the earth. Oh man. Oh no. So on the back of your jumper, bro. Come on, take it off. Yeah, on the bottom. Vomit.
What is that? I slipped
It's
in
vomit.
that. I slipped in that. He fell into that. I slipped.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's about Israel receiving the inheritance, man, of the whole earth, man, including the nations, man. And this is something that's still yet to be fulfilled. That's really what's going to be going down. Because people don't really realize they're as far as they see it. They think things are going to continue as they are now. This present system of rule. But this is something temporary as well. Because that's the thing as well. It's just what asking me, and I'll give you the heathen as my inheritance. That's a thing where it's these like, and that's why the heathen are counted small, dust in the balance, man. Drops from a bucket. But they're just part of a gift that's going to be pieced up. So Yahushua and us as well as joint heirs, we're also going to receive that gift. Scepter, crown, the bachelor even said it. Says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Yeah, that's it. They're going to be dashed in pieces, man. The heathen are going to be getting dealt with. Ain't going to be peaceably, man. They're going to be getting physical violence brought against them. They're going to be in hardcore bondage. And that's what the balance. That's what Jake's received, man. Jake's been in a state of destruction underneath the heathen through why? Because for the sake of prophecy. Because we need to receive our punishment. And that's also tied to Yahushua. Because of what? When Yahushua was, when it was what? Pilate said, look man, this man's innocent. Like, yo, you was like, you want to punish him, it's on your you want to punish him, it's on your. They said, oh, let his blood be upon us and upon our children. Therefore, what? He received the punishment. I'm going to read it in Revelation as well. Because it links up and it's in the Old Testament and in the New. Revelation 2 and 25 says, but that which you have already, hold fast till I come. Yeah, that which you have, which is His word, His truth, which is Yahushua. It's basically about holding on and enduring in it to receive that reward. Because Yahushua has already received His glorification. He's already sitting at the right hand of the Most High. He's waiting to receive His inheritance.
Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, simple as that. He makes himself hard against the times to come, like the brother mentioned. What the hour of temptation. That's going to be what. That's going to have to be what's enjoyable. The hour of temptation. After that, that's when it's going to be proven. It's going to be certified. Those who basically become that gold, that fine gold, and those who are, they're found with impurities, man. And they're basically going to fold under the pressure.
Luke 9 and 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. So basically, you got to put your hand into this work. You got to put your hand to the plow and guess what? Keep steady in the work. You can't take your hand off the plow. There ain't no vacation. I'm just gonna take some time out and chill. No, you got to keep going. That's really what it is. Right?
You want the in season and out of season. It's funny because last week was
Out of season.
hell out of season. And then this week, in season off, starting to blaze.
Baby,
So,
I didn't see it.
he that overcometh will keep, Revelation 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of the potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father. Yeah, same thing. Just as Yahweh now received his reward, we're striving for that same reward. That's power over the nations, man. That's basically bringing this place to an end. This is what Daniel 7:18, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. It's about taking it over, man, by violence. It says, "Fuss with violence." Revelation 18:21. "Fuss with violence, shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and found no more all." Going into it earlier, Babylon, that's what? America. And America, that's a place that can be taken down. What? By violence. But that's how it was set up. What was it, Numbers 33, 35. Places established with blood, it can only be cleaned out or corrected by blood. That's why it's a great destruction. You haven't had that mass destruction in America.
Second Ezra 16 and 68 points in verse 73. Alright, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach and trodden under foot. And there shall be, and that pertains to what? The mark, man. MOTB, that corrupt, right? But there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And that's the point. After all of those trials and tribulations, it's going to be known who's chosen. That's by what enduring unto the end. Alright? That's the main point. Every father is testing his man. Alright, right now we're going through the what? Acts 14 and 22. Alright? Exhorting the saints, saying that they must go through great tribulation to enter into the kingdom of heaven. So that's what we're going through. Right now we're in the rehearsal of the righteous acts. Right? We're going to be doing them with fishing. Yeah, we're going through the fishing period. Alright? And it's going to come to the time of hunting. But in the time of the fishing, it's even, it says that basically it's going to be, some men are going to be basically go into the class of martyrdom, right? Where they're going to be made martyrs for Yahweh, Hashem, El Shai, Hashem, Al-Rakab, Gosh. And that's their name. To fulfill Revelation 6th chapter, where their blood is going to crown to the Heavenly Father that's come upon the earth, right? It's what we're in the midst of right now, man. You know? What anything? That we're going to close off. Close out by saying, "Oh, praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Al-Qaeda." No more than going to be possible. That was a great move. Well, Shalom, Lord willing, next week. Yeah.